Greetings, Earthbound travelers. Welcome to tonight's episode of Sins of Blood. I'm Tyr the DM, he, him. I am the world's okayest DM, and I will be your guide this evening. Before we begin, we got a couple of quick announcements, shout outs, and that sort of thing. First and foremost, we are for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. We say fuck a lot. Secondly, we do not encourage the use of nicotine products such as pipes, cigars, vapes, whatever. Some of us may do it. We're not asking you to. We don't want you to. We want you to be happy and healthy. So do as we say, not as we do. And finally, we are not associated with Wizards of the Coast. We're just some gamers gaming and sharing that game with you. Now I'll punt it over to Locke.
Hi, gamers. I'm Locke Clark. And I'm going to take a moment to talk to you about, first, our lovely musicians who provide music for the show and share their talents with us and you to heighten our experience and yours and make the show just plain better. Tonight, those musicians are Michael Gelfi, Kevin MacLeod, Jeff Farber, Dwergar, and Patrick Taylor, our very own Peculiar Patrick. Thanks, Patrick. Also, we would like to take a moment and thank the first of our partners in this endeavor, Red Panda Dice and Delights. Red Panda makes lovely dice for all your dice needs. And I'm going to pull up a D6 tonight so you can see it real clear. All of the Red Panda dice have a cute little red panda. The dice sets do anyway. The D20s and the 6s particularly have little red pandas on the top number. And so you should check those out. And to do that, you're going to go to www.redpandadice.com and check out what they have to offer.
Greetings, gamers. Raph the Mad here. I'm here to remind you of that special time of your life. That time of your life when you go out to patreon.com. You look up Will of the Dice. You hit subscribe a lot. Help support us by subscribing to our Patreon. You get access to After the Rolls, where we discuss the fuckery Tyr's about to do us tonight. We also get access to audio dramas. You also get access to all the episodes before they hit the Podbeans and the YouTubes. So please get out there, help support the show, because it really does help support us. Thank you very much for those who have subscribed. The rest of you, get out, hit the subscribe button a lot.
And for the next 17 individuals that subscribe, we've partnered up with Red Panda Dice and Delights. You get a 55 millimeter D20. It's a chunky boy, table shaker, monstrous. They are awesome. You want one to lay the smack down at your next TTRPG session. Okay, that's our announcements. Let's get into introductions.
Right, gamers, it's me again, Raph. I am Sarek the Blade, the 6'9" Dragonborn with bronze scaly skin and pearls and horns, who is just got done fighting dragon. Does not feel all that great right now. I am currently a he, him. He is currently a he, him, and I can be found at BLK Dragon 13,000 at dice.camp on Mastodon.
Hey everybody, I'm Ren Matley, she, her, and tonight I'm going to be voicing Nan, she, they, and her counterpart Esmina. Nan is a changeling who typically presents as an elf with plain brown hair, plain brown eyes, and wears loose-fitting clothing and a leather circlet on her forehead. I'm sorry, I'll be right back.
All right, moving on. Locke.
Hi, gamers. I'm still Locke Clark. And I am a he, him. And tonight I am playing Lazarian, or Laz. Laz is a 5'5" reborn. Laz appears vaguely half elven with eerily pale skin, blue-black hair, and a severe undercut, with mismatched eyes and scars over most of their body that on close examination are pale white script of some sort. They woke up at the bottom of a pile of dead bodies and crawled their way out and have no memory of how they got there, and have been trying to figure out who they are. Yeah, now they're sitting in. We just fought a dragon, and we don't know what's going to happen, and maybe it'll be bad. And you can find me on the Laz is a they them, but You can find me on the social medias at Lock Unruly. That's Lock with an H.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Patrick, a he/they playing Garnet Grell, a he/him, Kender by descent, 4 foot tall, messy brown hair with a top knot, tan skin from traveling the world of Kryn, where he's originally from, but he has fallen through a magical portal and landed himself into Runeth Kesha, been hired by the Queen of the Fairies to help as like a scout or a guide or, sticky fingers if you need it. As that's all Garnet is sticky fingers and kind of a, foul-mouthed sort of guy. And you can find me on Twitter at Peculiar Patrick.
Hi, yes, this is Ames. I'm the voice of Brika. We are both she/hers. Brika's a 5-foot-tall Luna fairy. She has indigo-colored hair, the acid green streaks at her temples, and matching green eyes, and has lavender pearl skin. She's currently back to wearing her robe of eyes because they finally got it altered so her wings can be out and she doesn't have to fold them up under there anymore. Yay! Yeah, let's get on with this and see what happens now. And you can find me on Twitter at LollyG50.
And I'm Tyr the DM. I'm pretending to be a competent DM. And you can find me over on Twitter at Tyr_the_DM. Before we get started, do we have any last requests?
Sorry, I couldn't get the mute to go off. Not the face.
Going for the face.
Damn it.
When-
All right, let's go to a wedding.
Well, maybe.
Garnet's wedding. Right? That's tonight's episode. It's all going to be fun. We're just going to a wedding. We're going to have some cocktails. It'll be great.
Ooh, I'm gonna get some
Oh,
cows.
Y'all are in the cavern filled with purple crystal, the lithe form of a Luna Fae on the ground wearing the crown of quartz. The corpse of She not far away, and the specter spirit that had been risen from the corpse floating near Laz. It is eerily silent. What would you like to do?
Garnet lets go of the crown, hoping that the crown stays on the Luna Fae's head.
As you go to let go of the crown, I'm going to need an intelligence saving throw, Garnet. As the crown almost compels you.
Intelligence, you said?
Yes.
19 plus 6 for a 25.
You are able to resist the urge to wear the crown yourself. It does remain atop Amiri Amber's head.
Alrighty then, we have successfully done it. Excuse me, Your Highness. And he'll kind of like shake her a little bit.
You'll wake with a snarl and a growl, acting feral.
Oh, hey, it's all right there. It's all right. Hey, don't be fucking weird now. We just saved your life. Kind of, sort of. My name is Garnet Grell. These are some other adventurers. And we are here to help you.
He will look past you to the corpse of She on the ground and running on all fours like an animal run to the corpse, rocking back and forth, wailing.
As Mina is very quietly going to lean over, put a hand on Sarek and cast a level 4 Cure Wounds. Just in case shit's about to go sideways again.
Oh, my. This could be bad.
It's definitely not
Yes.
good.
She me.
Oh. That's not... Brika's kind of inched her way a little bit closer.
Sarek, 27 points for you.
Copy.
I'm
Uh,
Amiri
what the
Amber.
fuck do you mean?
She's speaking very softly. Amiri Amber. That's you, right?
Gee, me.
I know.
I do not understand.
Brika's gonna again, she's speaking softly because she's trying to keep from, apparently somehow, she is part, I don't know, somehow these two are linked, Amiri Amber and she.
Ah, strange.
Tyr, how long has it been since she died?
I mean, roll the dice. I will roll for seconds as everything just happened. 50 seconds.
I have a very tiny window in which I could revive her. Should I?
Try, yes.
Yes.
Esmina will run
Use-
over, place a hand on her with a diamond, and cast Revivify.
And if I can dismiss the specter, I will, Tyr. I need to find out if I can do that. It doesn't say.
So here's the deal. It doesn't say that it impacts undead. Revivify doesn't. So we're going to give it a 50-50 shot that the spirit wants to return. Because the spirit has to be willing. So, Esmina, roll a D100.
Interestingly enough, Tyr, it obeys my verbal commands while I have it. So I'm gonna literally look at the spirit and go back to your body.
And it will move to the body.
Not like that.
85.
The specter form will disappear and she will
Oh.
Esmina will look up at Amiri Amber. She's knelt across from her at this point. Does that help?
She, me. She, me.
Okay, now we have to figure out how to put them together.
How can we help?
All she will say is she, me. She, me.
Not like an expert or anything, but sometimes I feel like there might be some damage done. Maybe if one of you has the ability to like speak mentally to this Amiri Amber, she can use less of her brain to have to speak words, if that makes any sense.
I mean, I can try it, but often what you see on the outside is the same on the inside. I'll use it's an ability that I have that I can use as a bonus action, telepathic speech. It's I can choose one creature I see within 30 feet of me. You and the chosen creature can speak telepathically with each other while you're within 5 miles of each other, and it lasts for up to 12 minutes.
Okay.
As soon as that connection is made, Brika's, Amiri Amber, how can we help you?
She will grab her head and start screaming, banging her head against the ground.
Okay, that's not a good idea, and immediately cast a level 3 Calm Emotions.
Is there a saving throw with that?
Yes, it's a 17 Charisma.
Okay, they calm.
I look at she. Can you speak?
Some.
Can you tell us how to help you?
No.
Who are you?
I am she.
Then perhaps the question is, what are you to Amiri?
I am she.
I do not think you understand the question. What is your connection to Amiri?
I am she.
You are me.
You will hear a voice from behind you. A dark, feminine voice. You're not going to get answers from them. Without me, they're meat sacks.
Sorry, you cut out. What was that?
Without me, they are meat sacks.
Ah,
Who the fuck do you
so-
think you are? Turning around.
Well, who the fuck do you think you are?
Oh, he's turned around. What's he looking at?
You're looking at a female in black robes, carrying a scepter with an orange sphere attached to it. That looks like Amari Amber.
Okay. So you just asked me who the fuck I think I was, and I can just tell you my name is Garnet Grell. And you are, if we have any sort of decorum.
I am wisdom.
I see.
Pardon me, this might be an impertinent question, but how many more of you are there?
There's 5 of us.
I see. So right. And where
What
are
was
the
done?
other 2?
Who knows?
There are
We all
5.
went. Yeah, there are 5 of us. We all went our separate ways after the crown did its thing.
Does that include the 2 of them?
Yeah,
And you are wisdom.
I'm wisdom.
So you are Amiri's wisdom.
Yeah.
She will point
Unfortunately
at you.
for you,
Why unfortunate?
because you're trying to fix her, and we don't want to go back.
As Mina will point at she. If you are wisdom, which one is she?
Sanity.
So there is Amiri, wisdom, sanity.
Strength, and intelligence.
What was done to you?
You mean you've been playing with the crown and you don't know what it does?
We were-
Listen, we got a prophecy that was told to us, and we're just following orders at this point.
Did the prophecy say we were supposed to fix her or just stop her from being a dragon? Actually.
That the prophecy stated to put the crown on her head and to restore her.
So I mean, in theory, our work is done. And you and your
Wisdom.
brethren can decide what you want to do from here. We just wanted to save the change.
I am not sure that that is correct, Lysarian. If it was, in fact, prophesied that we should restore Amiri, then we have simply freed Amiri, but not restored her.
And by restoring her, isn't it going to return the sun, if you will, back to the underground?
The Undersun. That was the
Yes.
magic that kept the dragon in its cave.
Well, there is no longer a dragon. However, there is a need for the Undersun. Is there a way for us to restore it?
I don't know. I had nothing to do with it.
Very well.
Who
Could you
did?
tell me why the five of you don't want to go back?
Would you? I'm my own person now.
Ah, yes. That would be like if one of the people I used to be walked up and asked for all their parts. I would not want to give up my arm, or a leg, or an eye. Because I am
Yeah,
me.
but you're like, but I don't know, man. That kind of is a little morally gray for me because, like, I don't know. I would tend to think if you are a combination of somebody else's parts, technically not even you as you, but like a borrowed you, and this whole situation of being split into five, it just sounds like it's just gonna be a kind of a bit of a fucking mess. So why don't you just get the fuck back in the body, and we can discuss your wisdom of why you want to be so wise and separate later after you help me restore the Amari Amber and the changelings and stuff.
Make a dexterity saving throw, Garnet.
It's a 19 plus evasion.
19 will do it. A sickening blue ray will come out of the orange orb, barely missing you.
Hey, I'm just talking. You don't have to be so fucking violent about it. You know, you wanting to be your own person is all fine and dandy, but also you are not really a person, but a concept of an idea inside of another person that has been split up. So you're not really you, but a copy of yourself. It's like if you took a piece of paper on a printing press and you took that printing press piece of paper and you copied it a bunch of times. It's not the same thing as the original, is it?
No, that's the point. It's entirely different. But that's entirely besides the point. We're trying to restore the Undersun. If Amari Amber didn't create the Undersun or cause the Undersun to come into existence, who did?
I would
No.
assume it was her captors. However, that is not relevant to restoring Amiri. I
Amiri.
suppose all of you being separated from each other would be much like if I was separated from Nan. We would each be our own person again, and yet part of us would be missing.
Yes, but it is a difficult thing once one has one's own autonomy to willingly give that up.
I understand. I had that before. I have only been a piece of Nan for 2 years. Oh, no, it has been 1 year. A year
I
ago,
got one.
I was on my own. And Nan was too.
I got one for you, Wisdom. If you're so wise, why do you think it is better to be separated into 5 pieces when Amari Amber is clearly much more powerful as one being?
They were more powerful, but they got soft and got weak. They
Oh,
turned
so
to the
you're not
crown.
really wisdom, but you're more of ambition, huh?
Call me what you will. Just hand me the crown, and this can end peacefully.
What would happen if
Uh,
we gave you the crown?
I would leave.
But what would it do to Amiri?
It would leave her the way she is.
And
That's what I'd
Insight check.
what
go
would
ahead.
you do with the
I
crown?
would leave. I would take it with me.
But what would you use it for?
I wouldn't use it.
as this conversation happens, Garnet has gone over to the Amiri Amber with the crown and taken it off her head and put it into the bag of holding.
Give me a sleight of hand. What'd you get on your insight?
13.
Can't read them.
27.
Okay.
So, are you saying that you wish to stay separate because Amiri did something that you view as unwise?
I'm saying I wish to stay separate because I want to be me. Now, give me the crown, and this ends peacefully.
I am curious what caused the separation. Was it the magic of the crown itself, or did something else happen?
It's none of your fucking business. My patience is growing thin. Give me the crown.
My apologies. I tend to be quite curious and simply wish to know how things work.
Pardon, but we found the crown. We fought through and brought it here. We turned the dragon back into the woman. We possess the crown. Why should we give it to you?
Because you don't want this forsaken tomb to be your grave.
Oh, so it's threats. Okay, chucklefuck. We can play that game.
Hey, Brika, I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
The Fairy Kingdom, they already got a queen, right?
Yes.
So we don't need this one, right?
Well, not really.
All right. Garnet's gonna take his hoopak and just launch a sling at her.
Which one?
Wisdom.
All right. Everybody roll initiative and make your attack roll. You can join me in Owlbear, too.
God damn. Oh, that's almost a waste.
Darn it. I was going to ask her what happens if we don't restore Amiri Amber.
Hang on. I don't want that. I want to measure. Okay. Cool. I wanted to do it right because my hoopback does have a range. So I gotta roll initiative.
All right, we'll get initiative. Brika,
21.
Garnet,
28.
Laz,
23. Rolled a fucking natural 20 for initiative.
So did I.
Esmina,
19.
and Sarek.
I rolled a natural 1 for a total of 1.
It's fine. We're the bookends. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to go with Sarek's calm demeanor is why he's so slow to anger. So that's why he's always so slow to act.
Sure.
All right. Go ahead and make your surprise round, Garnet.
Okay, so with the surprise round, will I get sneak attack?
You're not attacking with advantage, I don't think. Let me double check
No.
surprise. Then no.
Okay. Yeah, because she's not within 5 feet of somebody else. Okay. So due to the fact that the Hoopak's regular short range is 40 feet, I'm 65 feet away. So I rolled it at disadvantage. With disadvantage, I get a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Okay. So that will deal. Ooh, max damage. 10 magical bludgeoning damage. As Garnet lets fly the sling.
All right. Now it's your turn on normal initiative, Garnet.
Hell yeah.
Oh, let me get the battle music going.
Having hit the first, with the first sling, Garnet is going to take a bonus action to steady aim, not moving, and to get regular, just straight up roll as opposed to being at disadvantage from where they're at.
All righty. Oh, I need
That's
to
a
make an adjustment.
17.
Hold on a second. We need to make adjustments on the board because Mary was at Garnet, you all were around Mary.
Oh, well then that might change. Oh, sweet. That changes that. So I'll actually be able to get advantage on that instead of just a straight
Disadvantage.
roll. Yeah. With advantage. That is a 24.
That will hit. The
All right, and since
Hoopak letting fly, the stone slamming into their head. You can see a bruise already forming.
that is for 9 magical bludgeoning damage, and then since it was a ranged attack with advantage, I get to use my sneak attack.
Yes.
So that's an additional 16 damage. And that is Garnet's turn.
All right. That'll bring up Lazarian.
All right. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna move 30 feet north. I'll move to there, and I'm going to let loose a volley of Eldritch Blast.
All right. Go ahead and make that attack roll.
Eldritch Blast. Two beam, right? Oh no, I get 3. 3 beam. First one is shitty. That is a 13.
That will not hit. Somewhere's the squirrel dies.
Second one, a cave squirrel, crystalline squirrel. Second one is much better. That is a 22.
That'll hit.
And the third one is even better than that. So it's a 25. Those are D10. Hit with 2 of those. So that's going to be 10 points of force damage. And I'm not going to use the repelling blast this time. I want her to stay right where she is.
Oh, okay. All right, that will bring up Brika.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to use my bonus action to spend 3 sorcery points to heighten my spell, which means that the saving throw that you're going to end up having is going to be with a disadvantage. And I'm going to cast a 4th level Blight on Wisdom. And that's a Constitution 17
Hell yeah.
with
That
disadvantage.
is a fail.
Okay. That's going to be 8d8s. That's going to be 40 points of necrotic damage.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Esmina.
Funny enough, I was also going to throw blight at her, so she needs to make a DC 16 wisdom save, or sorry, it's con save. It's a constitution save.
Natural 20.
All right, so she takes half damage.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought Disintegrate might be a little bit too much overkill. And we don't necessarily want to disintegrate this one.
Right. So that was 30, so it'd be 15.
All right. Is that your turn?
That's her turn.
The ground begins to shake and tremble as skeletons begin to rise from within. Skeleton number 3 will move to you, Laz. Number 1 will move to you, Garnet. Number 2 will move to you, Brika. First attack on you, Laz. Will not hit. That's a 14.
Nope.
That is a dirty 20.
That'll hit.
That's 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Number 1 will attack you, Garnet. 22 to hit.
22 hits.
That is 11 points of bludgeoning damage. Second attack. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits.
9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Anybody boy.
All right, Brika. That
Okay.
is a 23.
That hits.
That is 5 points of bludgeoning damage. And 21.
That hits.
That is 7 points of bludgeoning damage. And that will bring up Sirit.
Right. Seeing the skeletons have stepped up into Brika and Garnet, kind of forcing my hand what I was going to do. He's going to step up in the slot in between them. And then with Airbane's patience, start swinging away on number 2. Does a 26 hit?
26 hits.
for 17 points of slashing.
All right.
Second attack. And highly augmented 20.
That will hit.
16 points of slashing. And my third attack, again, a highly augmented 20 for 14 points of slashing.
And that will destroy number 2.
Yay! I did something before I die.
All right.
That'll be my turn.
That'll bring up Garnet.
Garnet's gonna look to you, Sarah, and be like, you got this, right? Is going to use bonus action disengage, and is going to go about, come on, is going to take about 10 feet, stepping to the left a little, lining up a shot with on wisdom, and with his Upek, take a ranged attack. $25.
25 will hit.
8 magical bludgeoning damage. And that is Garnet's turn.
All right, Lazarian.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna let loose Eldritch Blast again. First one's going at the skeleton. And that one is a 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
And that one is a repelling blast. I want that skeleton 10 feet away from me, please. It takes 7 points of force damage. And then I'm going to throw the other 2 at Amiri Amber.
Okay.
That is 11 and 9 is dirty 20.
That hits.
And the second one is 18.
18 just hits. Kitty.
And she's going to take 13 points of force damage.
Okay.
No repel. And then
All right.
I'm gonna take my movement to get there.
All right. Brika, you're up.
Okay. I'd like to spend my 2 sorcery points to quicken a 4th level vampiric touch on skeleton number 1.
What's the distance on that?
It's within my reach. I can
Okay.
move. I can move up. I thought.
Yeah, you'll have to move first.
Okay. Well, hold on just a second. Because I know it's within. There we go. That.
There you go.
There we go. Because it says it's within your. Yeah, within reach. Does a 21 hit? I'm sorry.
I was muted. Yes.
Okay. And so. Alright, so they take 16 necrotic damage, and I get back 8 points of healing. And then I am going to use my cantrip. I'm going to use Firebolt. So, does a 17 hit?
17 hits.
Okay. And so that will be that's ridiculous. 3d10s and it's going to be 6 points of fire damage. It literally was a 3, a 2, and a 1.
All right. Is that your turn, Brika?
Yes.
All right, Esmina.
Oh dear. Before wild shaping, she's going to call out to Wisdom. You do not need to be destroyed. There is a better way. And then she's going to wild shape into a direwolf.
Okay.
And since it takes my action to wild shape, that is my turn.
All right. It is Wisdom's turn. 1 second. I gotta look at this spell.
Oh, no, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, I'm sorry. That spell's not going to work. We're all immune to it.
What spell is that? Common sense?
Ooh, that'd be a good one.
I wish I had memorized that.
All
Uh,
right, Lazarian, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as you hear a loud rumble of thunder emanating from Wisdom.
Motherfucker. I didn't know that. All right. That is a 15 plus 2, 17.
17 just saves, so you'll only take half damage. Oh, where's the dice? 3. Where's the rest of my D8s?
I ate them. They were tasty.
7, 14, 18, 22 points divided by half is 11 points of concussion damage or bludgeoning damage.
All right.
All right, number 1. I'm rolling a die to see who it goes after because it's just a skeleton. It's not smart. It's going after you, Sarek.
All right.
That will miss. I don't think a 14 will hit.
Nope.
That's a natural 1.
Ha!
We will go to the tier bots. Tier bots.
Oh, yes, Tierbot. Tierbot, turn. Tell us the
I
fate
was
that we shall learn.
I was thinking it. God damn it.
Okay, so it loses its arm. It's a skeleton. Its arm goes flying 20 feet away. It says it loses its weapon. These are using magic arms. Let's see where number 3 is going.
It goes for that reach back and the arm just goes flying backwards.
Yeah. Number 3 is going after Garnet. First attack. 14.
14 just barely misses.
Awesome. Next attack. That is a natural 20, my friend.
Ow.
Back to the tier bot.
You should put instant death on the table. I think that'd be fun.
Triple damage. Instant death is on the tier bot. If it rolls 100, instant death. The only thing it doesn't apply to is big bats. Anything that's considered a boss.
We ain't bosses, so that means we a part of it. Hell yeah.
Speak for yourself. I'm a boss.
I don't believe I'm going to tempt fate that way. Thank you.
Calling it out.
24
Every
points
time.
of bludgeoning damage.
Woof.
And that'll bring up Zarek.
Let's see. Well, I don't like the skeleton standing in my face, so we're gonna smash him a lot. And I need extra hit points, so That's 10 temporary hit points. I will take it. I'll do it with Fighting Spirit, so I get my 10 temporary hit points.
Okay.
Because I'm still not that great. First attack. 5 and 13 is 18.
That well hits if you're attacking a skeleton.
Yeah, I'm hitting the skeleton.
Yeah, that knocks the shit out of him.
Oh, okay. 14. Oh no, correction. 16 points of damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my Great Weapon Mastery to subtract 5 and add 10 to the damage. Yep. 16, 11, and 13, 26 or 24.
Okay, it's dead because if you hadn't, it had 5 hit points left.
Oh well, it is smashed now. And then for my move, I will simply just move in front of Brika. Right about there.
All right. All right, Garnet, you're up.
Flipping his hoop pack around, he steadies himself, taking the bonus action to steady aim, and then lunges out with his hoop pack. Wow, that's an 18.
18 hits.
All right. So that will be for 7 magical piercing damage, and then an additional 20 sneak attack damage.
All right. He looks hurt. Or
And that is
rather,
Garnet's
it's a
turn.
skeleton. All right, Laz.
I have a question, Tier, and I should have asked this before, but I had forgotten that I have this going right now because I activated it right before the fight with the Crystal Dragon, and that wasn't a full hour ago. So I have True Seeing up. Is there anything weird about Wisdom that stands out to me?
No, they look like a normal person.
Okay, just checking, because and for the record, I'm about to start attacking, and I would like I'm watching to see how, like, when they start to look real hurt.
Okay.
I'm trying to pay attention to that. I'm gonna lay into them into Wisdom with the Mind Blade. Okay, the first one's not gonna hit because I don't think a 12 hits.
No.
But the second one is a natural 20.
All right. Go ahead and do the Tierbot.
Tierbot, turn.
Crit weapon.
Teach us the crit that we should learn. Normal critical. All right, so that is these many dice. So that is 10, 14 points of slashing. And 12, 15, 21 points of psychic.
All right.
That's my turn.
All right. Flashing in, the robes coming open, the blood bright and crimson and smelling of death. The individual grabbing their head as the psychic damage plows into them. That will bring up Brika with Esmina on deck.
Okay. We're gonna go after number 3, see if we can't get rid of this skelly so they get the hell out of our way. And I'm just gonna use Firebolt.
All right.
So does a 25 hit?
Yeah. We've got an AC of 15.
Alright. This is better fire damage. That is 17 points of fire damage.
That'll take care of number 3.
Okay. That is Brika's turn.
All right. That will bring up wisdom.
I thought you said Esmina was after Brika.
All right, right. Esmina's up next. My bad. I'm sorry.
Okay. Since I'm already in the direwolf form and the skeletons are gone, the direwolf is going to charge to wisdom. Yeah, I've got more than enough movement. And go at her.
All right. Make your attacks, please.
And because I have pack tactics and wisdom is within 5 feet of one of my allies, I get advantage.
Okay.
+13 +5, that makes 18.
Just hits.
18 hits. Okay, so it's 2d6 +3. 8 points of piercing damage, and the creature has to make a DC 13 strength save or be knocked prone.
That's fine.
Okay. So I'm not currently a medium creature. I'm currently a large creature.
Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
All right. I'm going to roll a dice to see who they attack. And just so you know, Amiri and she are on the board. Going after Laz. Laz, I need a Constitution saving throw.
Again.
Yep, DC 16.
Yeah. I roll a nat 15 +2, 17.
So you'll take half damage.
Yep.
She hits you with Blight.
Son of a bitch.
$23 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Ow, ow, ow.
Derek.
All right, fuck
Yes.
this bitch.
My turn?
Yep.
Well, it's 25 feet between me and her. I'm going to take my movement and I'm going to run up on her across from Laz, which gives us flanking, correct?
Yes.
Gets us advantage. Nothing doesn't help much, but we're going to try. And then I'm going to whack her in the head 3 times.
Do it to
Are
it.
you using lethal force?
I'm going to use non-lethal with Arabane.
Okay. Just need to know.
15. Damn. Too bad my crit's not there good. 32.
That hits.
Wait a second. Reroll that. Haha. For 12 points of damage. Second attack. 24.
24 hits.
For 16 points of non-lethal. And third one.
Alrighty.
Advantage. I don't think a 17.
Nope. 17 misses. All right. That'll bring us back to Garnet Grell.
All right, Garnet Grell is seeing that we're all kind of dogpiling onto wisdom. Garnet is going to use his movement, 30 feet of movement, to kind of get around the big puppy pile so he can get a straight shot onto wisdom. With his hoopak, he is attempting to do non-lethal damage with his hoopak. And that's a 19.
Shield. Magic shield comes up. The bullet bounces off.
That is actually, as a bonus action, he's going to use fast hands to interact with the bag of holding and pull out the crown and be like, "Hey, if you just get in the crown, we won't kill you."
Give me an intelligence saving throw.
Excuse me, sorry, hang on. That is a 25.
All right. You are compelled to wear the crown, but you push the compulsion. Is that your turn?
That is his turn.
All right, Lazarian.
Okay. Well, I got a weird, wacky idea, and I don't know if it's gonna work. Damage is forced. If I'm delivering, all right, let me. I want to double check a rule real quick with you. If I'm delivering damage, even spell effect damage, through a melee hit, I can choose non-lethal, right?
Right, as long as it's melee.
Okay, cool. I, as a bonus action, cast Banishing Smite.
Okay.
Because I'm wondering if she gets banished, she's a mental creature. If she gets banished, maybe it'll send her back into the head she's supposed to be in. I don't know. It's worth a shot. I get advantage because I'm across from Sarek. And so after casting that, I then swing my sword. And my first swing is 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. So that is all the dice.
Is there a save against it?
I don't think there is. No, there's not. It's about how many hit points they have left when I'm done.
Okay.
So
I'll have to get the calculator.
Your weapon crackles an extra. Sure. So it does 8 points of slashing damage. And any more details? And then it does 8 plus 9 is 17 plus 7, 24 plus 4 is 28 plus is that a 2? No, that's 7. 28 and 7 is 35 points of force damage. And 6 points of psychic.
All right.
Does she have less than 50 hit points?
Yes.
She is banished.
And she disappears.
And she, just like regular banishment, concentration up to a minute. If she is not native to this plane, which is a weird, iffy thing, I don't know, that's up for you to figure out. She returns to the plane from which she came. If not, she is banished to a harmless demi-plane. While there, the target is incapacitated and remains there until the spell ends, at which point the target reappears in the space it left or the nearest unoccupied space.
All right.
I look over towards Amiri Amber and she to see if there's any reaction after I did that, if anything changes about them.
Negative.
We have 1 minute. I've sent her away somewhere. I'm hoping that she stays, but if after a minute she returns, we will need to finish this. I suggest we knock her unconscious and bind her. Should probably do the same to the other two at that point.
Garn's gonna run over to Amiri Amber and put the crown on Amiri Amber's head.
Okay, give me another intelligence save.
That is an 11.
As you're running over, all your kinder senses tell you you need to wear this crown. It is beyond your control. You're going to put this crown on your head.
Garn puts the crown on his head then.
You all will see Garnet put the crown on their head and begin to glow. Garnet, you will feel power coursing through you, raw, unadulterated power. You could create and destroy worlds in this moment. Now I need a wisdom saving throw to see if you go insane.
That's a 12.
DC was 10. You managed to keep your sanity for now.
Brika's going to look over, see him put on the crown, and going to cast Dispel Magic.
I'm going to save you the spell slot. You're not going to be able to dispel. You may be able to dispel the effect it has on him. Roll a d20.
Okay, because I'm using level 5. 19.
The coursing power stops the crown falling from your head.
Hey, wait a second. He picks up the crown. That was weird. Okay. He continues walking over to Amiri Amber to put the crown on her head.
Another intelligence save. You picked it back up.
You really
That's
need
another
to
11.
Wait. I'm sorry, Tyr, but wouldn't the dispel last at least a full round?
It dispels the effect in that moment. It doesn't dispel the crown.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Put it back on.
He puts the crown back on.
Another wisdom save. DC 10. Not that hard.
15.
With a
Okay,
groan.
Hang on.
Go ahead.
I got an idea. He's gonna he's touching the crown and he's like, I'm gonna think about it. And he's thinking really hard about summoning the other pieces of Amiri Amber to the same area that they're in right now.
Roll a d100.
That is a 60.
Does not happen.
Ooh, damn. He thinks really hard about she going back inside of Amiri Amber. He holds up his hand and swooshes him over.
Roll another d100.
That's a 48.
The crown gives off a feeling, an insight that the crown needs to be on She's head. But that would mean taking it off of yours, and you don't want to do that.
Well, that's a bummer. But also, I kind of want to see what happens. I'm really curious about what's going to happen if I put it on her head.
Make another intelligence save. Let's see if you can do it.
That's a 10.
Nope. Anybody else doing anything?
Brika's going to try. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I am standing sword poised, waiting for the minute to expire, because if Amiri Amber or if Wisdom pops back up right here, I am going to non-lethally hit her a bunch of times.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Oh, hey, yeah, I could drink a health potion. I'm going to drink a health potion, guys.
Okay.
I should get back 7 hit points.
As I'm currently just a dire wolf, I'm going to watch what Garnet's doing with my head cocked to one side and an ear up. Like, what the fuck?
Is it wise to leave the crown in his possession?
Probably not. Brika's gonna walk closer to where Garnet is. She's pulled a cloth out of her bag and she's gonna cast Dispel Magic.
All right.
18.
The crown will fall from his head again.
When it falls, she's gonna put the cloth over it and pick it up.
Hey, wait a second. That's not
No.
yours. And he's
It-
gonna go. He's gonna go for it at the same time.
Okay.
Dex checks, both of you.
Can I say sleight of hand?
Nope. Straight up Dex. Rika?
It was a natural 20, but I only have a +1, so it's a 21.
23.
Do not,
Grab-
please, don't take it out of the cloth.
Why?
Because every time you do, you put it on your head, and you've done it twice now, and I have to dispel it, and we're running out of time.
You
Stop.
have no remembrance of this, Garnet.
This thing is literally just keeps falling in the floor, and I've tried to put it. However, I do have a feeling that I should do this, and he'll walk over to She and put it on top of She's head.
What was that, Tier?
Yeah, you're muted.
Sorry, roll a D100.
It is a 2.
Oh. Wait, I have a table for this. I have a tier bot.
Ooh. That's not good.
No one likes this.
You can make one more D100, Patrick.
It's
Come on.
76.
There you go.
You will hear she scream, the crystals vibrating violently at the pitch, and will vanish. One of the 5 stones in the crown will turn blue.
Hey, I did something right. I did something right. You're in this fucking crown. Now you can't get out. He's
picked
dancing
it
around
back
with the
up?
crown. Yeah, of course he did.
You know what I'm going to ask for?
Is it an intelligence save?
Yeah,
26.
you're fine.
For now.
All right.
Yeah, Brika's running out of
Okay.
spell slots. Please put the crown in the cloth. Stop touching it. Every time you
What?
touch it, it's going to compel you to put it on.
I think I would have my own control of being able to put on a crown or not. Thank you.
Do you know anything about magic? Have you had any other magical items like this? Just trust me.
Um,
She's using persuasion at this point. Just trust me on this. I kind of know magic. Just a little.
I mean, I got a bag of holding, so I mean, I know a little bit about magic. But I'm not saying that I'm an expert or nothing. And there's no reason to kind of getting this kind of vibe that you're kind of talking down to me a little bit. So a little fuck you for that, but that's okay because you're trying to be helpful. But for reals, it's fine. See, it's fine. Now, let's see if my theory is correct. And he'll put it on Amari Amber's head.
She looks completely aggravated at this point. And just above board, I have like 2 more casts of Dispel Magic. So.
Tier,
Yes.
can I make an Arcana check? I think I figured it out that that Amiri Amber is the body, and that the other 4 are the Psyche, and that putting the helmet, the crown on Amiri Amber isn't going to do anything. We got to collect them all into the crown before we put it on her head.
You can make an Arcana
So I want to see if my magic knowledge tells me that's right. That is a 19.
Seems like a good hunch.
So as Garnet is like reaching up to put it on Amiri Amber's head, Lass is like, "Wait, no, you have to collect all the parts of the Psyche before you put it on the physical body."
Okay. Then I'm not gonna lie, but you kind of fucked us over if we have to have them inside the crown and he shows there's only one fucking light on this thing on. There's supposed to be 2. Why isn't there 2?
Well, then the other one didn't go there. She'll be back in a minute.
Or less.
Will she? We're going to take a break and then we'll find out.
God damn it. You bastard.
Stay with us. We're going to take 10 minutes to get our beverage of choice, our snickety snacks and all that. And we'll be back. much for hanging out while we got our beverages of choice, our snickety snacks, and took care of our business. Sorry it took a little longer. You can blame me. It was my fault. Before we went to break, the party had encountered Wisdom and found out that Mary had been broken into parts. They were able to establish or reestablish, return to the crown, however you want to word it, she, who is Amiri's sanity. Wisdom being banished, the spell soon to come to an end. This is where we rejoin. What would you like to do?
All right. The spell will end moments from now. Are we all prepared?
I know that direwolves don't technically get pounce, but can I position myself to jump on Wisdom when she reappears
Sure.
in an attempt to pin her to the ground?
Garnet will stow the crown in the back of Bolding and use his movement to get back into position. Bleh. Back into position.
Freak is
What is
just,
break it?
she's waiting. She's ready.
A minute will pass and nothing happens.
Fortunate.
Odd.
Well, that's not a fucking good sign. Didn't you say it'd be like a minute?
Yes. My concentration has ended right here.
Yeah.
Yes. Spell has ended. If she were native to this plane, she would have returned.
So that means she's not in this plane.
No.
Vern's gonna go walk back to Amiri Amber and just look at her in the face. Do you feel more wise now?
He will look you back in the face. Do you feel more wise now?
All right, I'm not gonna lie, everyone. I think that's a lot of progress, considering the fact is that literally moments ago she was saying she is me, and I feel like being able to mimic someone shows at least a little bit of wiseness.
It is
Mm.
something. Yes.
Maybe.
The wolf just puts its ears down and stares at him.
We'll have to figure this out, but we still would have to find a way to locate the others.
Yes.
Strength and intelligence. Were those the ones that were mentioned?
Yes.
I'm afraid that I am quite injured and most of my magical ability is spent. So
I am not the greatest right now. I have a thought. Is that giant still hanging around outside?
as far as I know,
Could not that be an aspect of strength?
it could. But Wisdom looked like Amiri Amber, right?
Yes, identical.
And did she look like a younger version of Amiri Amber now that we're thinking about it?
Give me an insight check.
15.
Yes.
I don't think they are. I don't think they are different in form than their original body. Sanity was childlike version of Amiri Amber, but still her. And Wisdom was definitely the same woman, just with a different bearing. I think
Fair
they
enough,
are
I still thought-
all her.
That's a good thought, though. Hang on. Piggyback off of that idea. That's no. We should definitely go talk to that person because if they're big enough, they've probably seen people. They probably could have seen, the other two parts aspects, go by or whatever. And that's a
They
pretty good
were-
lead.
They were meant to keep things in behind the blue, yes. If
They've been
the
here for a
others have
while.
tried to leave, they might have seen. Yes, that is wise.
Sarek will walk up and hold his hand out to Mary Amber. Shall we
He
go
will
somewhere?
lick your hand.
He'll grab her hand and kind of pull at her gently.
He
See
will
if she'll
follow.
follow. Right. I don't think we should leave her behind.
No, it's probably for the best we bring her along.
Asmina stays in direwolf form for the moment and just walks with the group.
Garnet will follow Sarek.
You all come back to the ledge. The giant's there. Why, hello.
Hello, friend. We have an inquiry.
Okay.
Have you seen any other women that look like this? And I gesture at Miriam.
No.
Do you have a name?
I am raw.
It is nice to make your acquaintance. I am Laz. Is this the only way out?
Yes. Raw guards the exit. Keeps the dragon as last defense if blue falls.
Well, we have good news. There isn't a dragon anymore.
That means raw can rest.
Hang on, big guy. Can you help us up to the surface before you rest?
What? Are we going to the surface? If the other two have not come this way, we must go deeper to look for them, yes?
Give me an insight check, somebody.
Oh, hell yeah. 24?
18.
18,
26.
26,
14.
14.
I only got an 18, but I'm a wolf right now and can't talk anyway.
Okay, so y'all would have recalled at this moment, as you are plotting your next moves, that Amiri Amber was sealed away after they became a dragon.
Oh, yeah, so he wouldn't have seen them.
Rar, who
Yes.
put you to this task?
The court of the Seelie and Unseelie.
I see.
Back when Silver Spires was in the sea.
Interesting.
What sea was that, big guy?
The Gray Sea.
Anybody know where the Gray Sea is at? Because, Definitely have no idea where that fucking is.
Can any of us recall the color that the water around the island was before we came down here?
It was crystal blue.
I have some vague recollection that at least one of the seas has changed color after a calamity. One of them turned purple, yes?
Wait, you have a purple sea here in this fucking world? That's pretty
Yes.
fucking cool.
See not here. See there.
What color was the sea where the Silver Spires were in the when we visited it originally?
The sea around Silver Spires was blue. The astral sea was gray.
Oh. When
I'll give you all that one.
well, I mean, and I feel like Laz would pick that up because Laz
Wait.
desperately wants to go back to the Astral Sea. Wait, how? That would
Long
be when.
ago, Silver Spires floated sea. Then came to place with cowmen with pointy sticks. Then went away to its own place. Now it's back where the cowmen are.
Okay.
Okay, so the Silver Spires originated in the Astral Sea, and Amiri Amber was queen
A long
When-
time.
when the Silver Spires existed in the Astral Sea.
Don't know Astral Sea.
The Gray Sea.
Yes.
I'm not sure
What
how
was
that
you going to
helps.
say, Brika?
So I'm just trying to wrap my brain around. The giant is saying it used to float in the ocean, in the sea, and then it went away, or it then was with the Minotaur Kingdom and then went away and then came back.
Right. So originally the Silver Spires, I'll clarify this since
Okay.
the giant can't.
Yeah.
Originally the Silver Spires floated in the Astral Sea.
Okay.
During the 100-Year War, Amari Amber put on the Court of Crowns. Before they went insane and separated, they brought the Silver Spires to Runeth Kesha, trying to reunite what they thought was the Sealy and Unsealy Court, trying to reunite them. However, they got their heart broken by Philippe. You heard the story. And the insanity pushed them into the dragon form. During the dragon form, the Sealy and Unsealy Court came together and sealed them away.
And that was before it went back, and that was before Llewellyn Rose moved it from Runeth Kesha back to the Astral
Right.
Sea.
Right.
Okay. Because we already know when Brika did Ascending to Llewellyn Rose that she knew nothing about Amiri Amber. She had never
is
heard
correct.
about any of this. So yeah, Brika's just sitting there. You can see she's thinking pretty hard, and she's like, all of this is strange because Mother said she had never heard the name. So this must have happened a very long time ago.
Very old.
She's gonna look at the giant and who became Who was king or queen after Amiri Amber was imprisoned?
That would be Penelope Amber. She died giving childbirth.
And what was her child's name?
Leroy.
That's a very uncommon fairy name.
He was half human.
That could explain it. They do like silly names.
Yes. They think Ra, silly name.
Nah, Ra is a great name.
We your humans here got silly names too. Good to see that carries over.
Yeah, they still think fairies grant wishes and that we all make twinkly noises when we fly, and that you can something about clapping hands will bring me back to life, or I don't know.
Hadn't heard that one. May have to try.
So, what we need to ascertain is when were the parts of the personality separated? Presumably, since she and Wisdom were locked behind the blue with the dragon, it was after Amiri Amber lost her mind and became the dragon.
No. Separated before.
And were all of her parts put behind the blue?
No, none were. Only dragon.
Then how were two of them here?
She came looking.
Ah.
The other must have used magic.
Great. So we must find the other two. I think
Well,
we need to ascertain exactly what that crown does. Figure out how it works.
You need speak elder.
Which elder?
Elder of how you say light skin clan live in Mall.
Unfortunately, the changeling elder has passed.
Oh. Maybe they carried on stories like Ra carried on stories to Rih before they went out to find their own cave.
I'm sure that you were a good parent. I suppose then we should head back.
at the very least, rest and recover.
You need
Cool.
lift cross.
Mm-hmm. Thanks,
Yes,
big guy.
please.
They
Please.
will lift their hand for you.
I will step on and help guide Amiri Amber on.
They
I'll step
will
on.
move you across.
While we're being moved across. Rod, do you know how the barrier was erected and how it connected to the Undersun?
No. Raw, simple servant. Keep dragon in if blue fall.
Well, you can have a long-deserved rest.
They will wait for you to depart. They will go and sit down, folding their hands in their lap, getting comfortable. And you will see the features fade from them as they turn to stone, passing from this world to the next.
Oh. That is a rest. I, with my sword in my hand, stop and salute Ra in his stone form before turning start heading back.
Well, let's hope we don't have to go back down there. Am I right?
Mina's going to kind of crouch, look over to Laz, who's assisting Amiri, and like, make a head emotion, like
You
trying to
want
tell.
Amiri to ride on your back.
Ah.
I will guide Amiri to ride on the back of the direwolf.
He will lick the dire wolf and then hold on.
Direwolf shakes its head.
Y'all travel back, making it back to the W Mart where the Changeling camp is. The fires are going, the mood somber, as they have given last rites to their eldest.
Just outside of the camp, the wolf will crouch back down and wait for somebody to assist Amiri off.
Sarah will help as well.
She will drop wild shape, take her changeling form, and enter camp in that form.
Sarah will help guide Mary Ember in.
As you enter, the walkways are lined with candles. There is somber flute and drum music drifting through the cavern. Everyone is mournful. Their sun has vanished. Their crops soon to wither and die. Their livestock to perish. And the one that would lead them, gone.
What are we gonna do?
To be honest, I don't know.
Brika, can you identify magical?
No, sadly, I can't. I can dispel them, but I don't have. I'm not able to identify their magic.
Then what we need is someone who can. We need to identify what the Undersun is and figure out how it was originally powered so we can power it again. And we need to figure out exactly what this crown does so we can wield it more appropriately.
Yeah, but isn't the Undersun just gone? It's not like it's not working. I think it's just like disappeared.
Well,
Am
no.
I
When we came in, Tyr, we saw the darkened crystal, right? Tyr says yes. He's having a drink. For those of you who are listening on this podcast, see what he. Yeah. Go ahead.
Is there a way to charge it again, maybe?
That's what I was hoping we could ask. Perhaps Garnet's fiance might.
Maybe. Let us think about the timing, though. It went out when we arrived here from the Astral Sea.
No, he said it went out with the well, I guess that's the same time with the shaking. When the blue fell.
Yes, but
As
it existed before this moved. The Silver Spires moved back to the Astral Sea.
I think it was. I think it I'm pretty certain that the blue and the Undersun both lost power when the Silver Spire came back to Runeth Kesha, because this time it wasn't a planned move. It was more like it was forced.
Wait. Tier, I want to make sure we have the timing on this right. Because we were told the story, but now I'm not remembering clearly about when the sun went out. Did it go out with the return, the shaking that was the return of the Silver Spires? Or was it when we were fighting the crystal things in the weird room with the red orb?
When the great earthquake came and the horses fell into the hole.
Okay. So that would be when we...
Yeah. Yeah, when Mother nearly died, when Mother was dying, her magic was the only thing keeping it there, remember? And that's why everything got essentially ripped back to Runeth Kesha, so that would be probably the reason why all of it failed.
We need Llewellyn Rose to come here. Perhaps
do-
she can repower the Unders.
Maybe
Assume
it just
she
needs some
will.
sunlight.
Try. Without someone...
So- We need some place safe for Miri Amber to sit, and then I need you guys to take me back upstairs.
Yes. Well, these are your people. I guess. Who's our point of contact here?
Well, they're not my people. I'm not from here. But that'd be like saying every Dragonborn is one of your people.
I mean, he knows
Oh,
all of
they-
them.
Yeah, that may not be the best example, but no, she's right. Just because she's changeling doesn't make them her people
it's-
per se.
It's true. We need to ask the elders here. I suggest we take a rest. We consult with the tribe here and see if they have any handed down stories about what happened to the other aspects of Amiri Amber. And then we ask them to keep her safe here while we venture back tops.
Yes, and we may have to find your ship too. It
Well,
occurs to me that if Amiri Amber is not native to this plane, or Wisdom not native to this plane, that would mean the Astral Sea.
That is true. She could be drifting in the astral sea right now. Also, Tyr, in the Silver Spires, are there both Seelie and Unseelie currently? Or is it just one or the other currently?
Y'all would not know.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. I thought
Okay.
your mic. You're good.
Y'all would not know the difference between Seelie and Unseelie. So you don't know.
Also, if there was a war between the Seelie and Unseelie, and a lot of the troubles around Amiri Amber were part of caused a rift, and then there was a reuniting, that doesn't mean that all of the Unseelie came back, or any of them. They might not be part of this court anymore. They might be in their own place, and one or two of the aspects might be with them.
that's something we can ask Llewellyn Rose when we go back up to the surface. But before we do that, I need to go upstairs. I have something I want. Well, Asmina has something she wants to try.
All right, we can try.
Very well.
If it doesn't work, then we'll have to ask Llewellyn Rose or bring these folks up to the surface. N- Nana's going to look around for the chieftain's daughter. Is she anywhere we can see her?
Oh, yes.
Is she taking part in ceremony at the moment?
No, she's pointing at you all talking to a larger changeling.
Nan will make way over to her. I'm sorry. We have some questions and someone who needs to be kept safe.
The larger changeling will regard you and nod. How can we be of service?
Oh, my apologies, chieftain. So we found Amiri Amber and changed her back from a dragon.
Okay. Is this good or bad?
I think it's good. Problem is, apparently, when she kind of lost her mind, the crown split her into different parts, and we've got to find a way to restore the parts of her.
I'm sorry, I know nothing of that.
I understand that, but can she stay with you while I try something to try to fix the Undersun?
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
You really don't even need to roll. You have to roll a 1
Oh,
to fail.
got a 16.
Yes, she can stay.
I mean, I know your history with her isn't exactly great, but
Love makes people do foolish things. He will look to his daughter. Very foolish things.
oh, about that, I mean, you'll have to talk to Garnet. I'm not qualified to really speak on that, but
He is a changeling?
no, he's
Then
something called a
no, it is
Kender.
forbidden.
Oh, there you go. But you'll keep her safe.
Yes.
Thank you. Nan will give a shallow bow, turn around, and return to the others. So I was just talking to the chieftain. He says Amiri Amber can stay here, that he'll keep her safe so we can go upstairs. Garnet, the
Yeah.
whole arranged marriage thing, I don't think it's gonna work out. The chieftain's not big on the whole you not being a changeling thing.
I don't want to be offensive, so I'm just gonna quietly turn around for a moment, and he's gonna turn around and go, "Fuck yeah,"
Oh, darn.
and then
I was
turn
looking
back
forward to
around.
some cattle.
Garnet,
Mm.
perhaps you should, what is the phrase? Let her down easy. Otherwise, you risk her deciding to attempt to obey her father and run away to come find you.
You think I should go talk to her?
Yes.
No, you probably shouldn't.
Okay. Let us go upstairs then.
Nan is going to carefully assist Amiri Amber over to where the chieftain is. She's not doing great. And if she licks you, I'm really, really sorry.
He is on all fours following a beetle across the floor.
Might have to keep an eye on her. Sorry.
Hmm.
Nan's going to turn around and return to the others.
Laz is
Alright.
contemplating writing a book, How to Housebreak Your Dragon.
Alright. Well, you guys come upstairs with me. I don't know if those crystal things will still be around or if breaking the spell on her will do any good in that respect. So,
Brika
Yo,
will
I'll
follow.
you.
Sarah will follow along.
Laz
We will
follows.
roll to see if there's any crystal things encountered. There are not. And you find yourself standing on the upper floor with the glass wall 3 feet high, looking at the tops of trees and the stalactite hanging down with a blackened crystal.
how far away from us is it?
About 100 feet.
It's too far away. I can't get any closer. Looking around, are there trees that would put me closer to it,
Oh,
or
yeah.
are they all below us?
No, the trees come up above.
Oh dear. All right, I haven't climbed a tree in a really long time. Somebody catch me if I fall.
Correct me if I will, but wouldn't I need to be woohoo? And he points to down below where the trees are at the bottom.
Not if I'm climbing this tree here.
Sure, we'll try.
Because you said
Good
there are
luck.
trees on the same level of us as well, right?
So think of it like a mall where you walk in and it's got the glass wall and you look down to the food court.
Mhm.
Okay, there's trees growing up out of the food court, up way
Gotcha.
high.
Gotcha. I
Are there
misunderstood.
limbs close to the floor we're on that she could just climb out
Yeah.
onto?
Yeah.
I
Like I
do the
said.
only thing that I can do in this situation. I cast Mage Hand, and I'm going to like offer a hand. My Mage Hand is going to be there to help steady her. Give her something else to grab hold of when there's less. I'm helping.
Okay. All right. I gotta get closer. Oh boy. If I like fall and die, just so you guys know, it's taken me some time to kind of get to this point, but I think you guys are kind of my friends.
Oh, good. Don't die.
I-
We'd rather keep it that way.
I would definitely consider you a friend. Possibly my first friend.
Okay.
Wait. Before you go out there and like actually break your neck and stuff, why don't you just turn into something that could fly over there and land land perfectly where you need to land, and then change back into whatever.
Asmina can't do that anymore today. I'd have to sleep first.
Well, why don't we take a rest then? I mean, look at all of you. I mean, look at me. And he's like, I'm a little beat up.
How? Okay. How close do you need to be?
I can't be any further than 60 feet from it.
And we're 100. You said it's about 100 feet.
Yep.
I mean, we can. I can try to use telekinesis to get you to a branch that you need that would get you close enough.
How's that work?
Basically, with magic, I can lift you up and get you where you need to be, and then set you down.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Precautions. Laz quickly digs into their pack and pulls out a rope. And hands off the rope to the mage hand that takes it out and around the trunk of a tree and then brings the end back and ties a slip knot and then pulls on it until it's secured around the trunk of the tree. And then measures out, like how far is it down to the floor, Tyr?
About 200 feet.
Okay, so the rope's only 50 feet long. So then ties the other end of the rope around Nan's waist. There. Now, if you fall, you won't die.
Okay.
And then the
Well,
mage hand again hovers next to you for support.
Let's do this before I lose my nerve. What little I have.
I guess the big thing is with Tyr, I mean, it doesn't say it like it does in others where people can. Usually, a spell will say if somebody can just choose to fail.
They can choose to fail.
Okay,
because it only goes 30 feet.
Well, it says 30 feet, including upward, not into the range of the spell, until the end of your next turn. So I should be able to move them 40. It would just be 30 and then 10 to get her within 60 feet.
I'll allow it. We will go rules as intended instead of rules as written, because I think this is a cool idea.
Brika's gonna be all like, Brika's gonna like look at Dan and just kind of like she's not exactly sure about this one either. This is a newer spell, so she's kind of like, well, all right, so just let me know when to set you down. And she's gonna cast telekinesis.
And with that, you will float.
As she begins to float, she's going to let Esmina take over so she doesn't freak out.
And Brika will move her. It'll be about the. It says you're grappled, so you probably feel like something. She probably feels like there is a grip on her that's lifting her up. It's not like she's just free floating. But she'll move her out about 40 feet.
So basically, it's going to take me to the end of the rope. You figure 50 feet of rope plus the amount that it's been tied down, or minus the amount it's been tied down.
Roughly, you are now a telekinetic balloon.
Yes.
Yes, I am.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes the song you were singing earlier perfect.
Yeah.
Too bad we don't have a recording.
And you never will.
Or do we?
No, you don't. But that's okay. So when it gets to the end and gets her to a branch, she'll grab on, steadying herself on the branch.
Yep.
Going to turn her attention to the darkened orb or crystal at the top of the ceiling. And she's going to attempt to cast sunlight and see what happens. Sunbeam, I think is what it's called. Yeah.
Hold on, I need to check the spell.
This might be a terrible idea, just so everyone knows.
As the mote of light appears in your hand, the brightness shining around you, the black crystal will begin to pulse and glow red, then orange. You will feel your magic being pulled from you. I need you to please make a Constitution saving throw.
I have an unnatural 20.
All of your remaining spell slots are gone as this rips the magic from you, but begins to glow brightly, radiantly, almost enough that you have to shield your eyes as you've been in this darkened cavern. You have cast a spell into an Everstone, a stone that absorbs a magic spell and then regenerates it permanently. The Undersun has been returned.
Yay! Go Nan. Go Nan. Go Ismina.
Now, the question will be, this is a concentration spell for up to a minute. Will you allow me to bring her back with telekinesis?
I will.
Because I'm imagining, even at that distance, we can see that, you know, Esmina would have probably looked limp at that point. So, Brika will bring her back and set her down.
Oh. Oh, my head doesn't feel great.
Okay. So now we're fucking resting, right? We've
Yeah.
saved the day twice now. We fought a fucking dragon, and now we've earned the rest. We've earned the rest.
We have definitely earned the rest.
Yes.
So Nan hasn't said anything, but anyone looking at her can see that she's really beat up. Like physically beat up from the fight with the dragon.
Oh yeah. Laz is barely at a quarter of their hit points.
Yeah, she's on 18.
I'm only marginally better.
Brika's gonna
Oh.
kind of stand, kind of, if, kind of move so that Nan can lean on her and say, "Come on, let's go." For
Just
once,
go find a bed.
I'm not the one beat up. Let's go get some tea and a nap.
A nap sounds really good. Even
Yes.
Esme's tired.
Are you going to attempt to make it back down to W Mart, or are you going to find a place here to rest?
We could just rest in Claire's.
Claire's wasn't that far from the camp.
I thought Claire's was up here
It is.
on the second floor.
Oh, okay. I thought Claire. I didn't realize we'd had to go that far going back and forth
Yeah.
to Claire's.
Yeah, you had to go through the dead place.
Yes. I'd
I thought
rather
we'd
not
gone
risk
from
the
here
dead
through the
place.
dead place to the camp, and then from the camp to the boutique, and then back to the camp. Anyway, yeah. I think I need to rest. Even Esme's tired, and she's never tired.
Yeah, Claire sounds like the best idea. I don't think any of us want to have to go back down.
Well, shall we?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's not exactly as cozy as being in camp, everyone. I'm sorry.
No, this is plenty cozy.
No, downstairs you had food and a fire, and
Oh. Yes.
Well,
Suppose
there's-
that is different from some of
All the prophet stuff is still here, right?
Yeah.
And he had a fire pit. I mean, we can start a fire. I can and Brika will look at the fire pit and press the digitation to, start something burning. If there's any
Okay.
wood or anything left in there. So we can have a
There
fire.
is.
Yes. And
They
We all have
are
our pack.
cheeses and salted meats, breads, and tea.
oh,
Brika's gonna dump out that tea. She has water and she has her fortune's tea in her bag. So
Oh, thank gosh. You pouring out that fucking disgusting shit. Oh my god. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Is there enough sustenance for the rest?
Oh, yeah.
I believe so.
I was going to say, I mean, there are livestock nearby. We could
no,
take one and pay for
that-
it later.
no, that'd be stealing from them.
no, we should be fine with enough here. Where I have
I-
my own foods too.
I have only a vague conceptual recollection of how much food it takes someone to be sustained.
I think it depends on the person.
We should be fine for the evening. Should we set watches?
Ooh. Yeah. I'll take the first watch.
Then I'll
guys
take the
mind?
last.
I was going to ask if you guys mind if I go at the end. I'm pretty beat.
I only need to rest for a while, for a short time, really, and I will be fine. So
I'll take the second.
I can take most of the night. I don't really sleep either, so I'll be aware.
I only need 4 hours.
You said you poured out the tea, Brika?
Yes.
Roll a d20.
Oh no.
Tea? That was not tea. That was just bad hot leaf juice.
18.
I need everyone but Brika to earmuff. Once again, Brika, you're on a battlefield. Countless dead. The stench of death strong in your nostrils. The sound of buzzing flies and carrion eaters. Almost deafening. And you see yourself holding Sarek in your lap, his lifeless corpse. But now you see something else. You see a figure in black armor with a blackened blade standing over Sarek, the culprit that must have slew them. And then you will come back to the boutique.
Jeez.
Can I bring the others back?
Yeah. As Brika poured out the tea, you guys will notice that she kind of stops for a second. It's almost like she pauses. And then there'll just be like the smallest shiver. And
You're right there.
she's gonna nod and she's gonna kind of look over at Sarek. Yeah, these new abilities are not always the best thing. I remember the other day I said I had a vision of a battlefield and Sarek, and he had died in battle. This time I actually saw who appeared to be. She pauses. You can tell she's thinking. I don't want to say it definitely is the person that slain him, but it's definitely implied. They were all in black with a black blade.
Ooh.
You're muted here.
Sarek, a cold chill will run down your spine.
I hate
You
when
will
that happens.
remember a time where you were hired to dispatch bandits and the entire village was slaughtered. Forever burned into your mind is that figure in black armor with a blackened blade.
Oh. How interesting. Been looking
Why
for
is
a
that
rematch.
interesting?
No reason.
Brika's going to kind of squint a little at Sarek, but she doesn't ask any questions. She goes back to finishing up making tea. Real tea, mind you, not mud water.
Oh, good. I could use some tea. Something to warm the soul.
Is your soul cold?
Have you had some tea today?
You've been with me the whole time. Of course I haven't had any fucking tea.
Well, that's it. Have some tea. Eat some dinner. It's just about time for us to sleep. And he'll go about
Yeah.
making up a little food for himself with the stores that are around him.
While everyone else is seeing to dinner, Laz goes over to the tapestry that had them on it and is like staring at it, attempting to imprint every detail of it into their brain.
You see the statue of Lazarian cutting their path through a ton of fighters, of warriors. There they are alone, just making a path.
Why are they? Who are the soldiers? I'm looking. Are there any insignias on any of the armor?
No,
Nothing to identify them. What race are they? Can we tell?
you cannot tell. You can just tell they're humanoid.
Yep. What are you doing over there?
I am looking at my tapestry.
Why?
Supposedly my future. But I don't understand.
You believe all futures are like permanent and like etched in stone?
No. But we were foretold to go and put the crown back on Amiri Amber's head and cease her being a dragon. And we have done so. We have relit the Sunstone. We've done everything the prophet said we would do so far. Why should this be different?
Are you so sure that the prophet even made that tapestry?
The prophet did indicate that he saw these as our futures, right?
He did, but he didn't indicate whether or not he made them.
No, that's true. But he saw them as our futures. So
Yep.
that's the prophet saw these as our futures, and the rest of their prophecies were correct. Who cares where it came from?
All right, so who's standing first watch?
Darn it!
All right, as the rest of you take your rest, I know Laz doesn't actually sleep. They just sort of rest. Give me a perception check, Garnet.
And Nan totally fell asleep while everyone else was like preparing tea and stuff.
I rolled a 5, but since I have reliable talent, as this is an ability check that I am proficient in, the 5 is a 10, so I got a dirty 20.
Nothing transpires during your watch. It goes by peacefully.
Garnett's like thinking, he's like, okay, let's see. Sarek said he wanted to be last, and Last doesn't really sleep, but Last said they needed about 6 hours, and then Brika said something about 4 hours. How long has his watch been?
Couple hours. It's Brika's turn.
Yeah, Brika said she'd take second watch.
And
Okay,
Laz will Laz just barely. Brika is next.
Oh, that's whoa! Hey, we should warn somebody, Cap, before you decide to like randomly speak like you're fucking from the dead. That is double A key.
By the way, in the way of creepy, Laz has been sitting there across from their tapestry, just sitting against the wall, eyes open, not blinking, just staring at it in perfect stillness the whole time while you've been on watch.
Yay.
Well,
doo-doo-doo.
yeah, when Laz said Brika's name, she would have already woke up because she's accustomed to listening for her name or, whatever. So she kind of gets up just as Garnet comes over. She's already,
Ah, all right. You're awake.
yeah. Yeah, I don't have to sleep very much. It's perk of being Fae, I suppose.
That is pretty cool and spawned about 12 more questions that I do not have the time to ask you because I am fucking tired. So
Yep.
I will bid you good night. And nothing happened while I was up. So good luck on your watch. Good the fuck night.
Good night.
And he'll go to sleep.
You're muted.
Give me a perception check, Brika.
Yerp. Oh, thank God I have a +8. That's a 10.
You don't notice anything. It seems to be still and quiet.
I hate when you do that.
Your watch will pass.
About halfway through Brika's watch, my rest cycle ends, and you see Laz go from sitting perfectly still to Laz like sort of just their muscles relax more and they become a little more casual. I will take the next when you are ready to go back.
Okay. Before Brika goes to lay down, she had made a pot of tea. She sets it off to the side where it'll stay warm and left mugs there, and there's actually like a couple sticks of cinnamon in one before she goes and lays down because she knows Nan likes the cinnamon sticks in her tea, and so then she'll go and finish trance for a little bit.
All right. All right, Laz, give me a perception check.
That is a 13 plus 5, 18.
It's quiet. The sound
here.
of the mooing cattle and the clucking chickens.
How are the tapestries affixed?
Give me an investigation check.
Investigation is 13.
They look like they're just stuck to the wall.
I'm going to see if I can loosen mine from the wall.
When you touch it, the world around you falls away. You feel nothing. The first to return is your smell, the scent of grass, of smoke, of sweat. Then the sound of clanging metal and screams of pain, of rage. And as your eyes open, you stand on a battlefield, looking out at 1,000 warriors charging towards you. And this is where we're going to take our last break.
Sons of bitch! Before we take our break, though, because I failed to do it when we came back from the last break, real quick, we'd like to thank one of our partners, NordVPN, providers of military-grade security for all your devices. They not only keep your stuff safe, but they watch for your information to show up on the dark web and on sites frequented by hackers. They let you change your location to give you more security. You can change your location to other countries. So it appears that you're in other countries, which also lets you use your streaming services to see what's going on in other countries, or when you're traveling abroad to use the streaming services you have back home, and to do things like use Venmo when you're not in the United States, because you can't do that in other countries. It's a US-based thing only. So yeah, go check out NordVPN. Go to our website, willofthedice.com. and click on the link there. Also, write your senators about S686, the bill that would outlaw VPNs in the United States, which is kind of bullshit. And it's written badly because a lot of the older generation in the Senate don't know how the internet works.
All right. So we're going to take 10 minutes, get our snickety snacks, our beverages of choice, handle our business, and we will be back. our Snicky Snacks, our beverages of choice. Yeah, go ahead, Lark.
Hi, gamers. One more time, let's talk about our partners in this endeavor, Phineas Coffee. They make coffee for gamers. Do you need a caffeine fix? We all need a caffeine fix. So go to bit.ly/WOTD Phineas. That's bit.ly/WOTD Phineas to get your own Phineas Coffee, caffeine for gamers. It's delicious and keeps you going through long gaming sessions.
All right. So when we took a break, you got something, Patrick? You look like you had something to say. Okay.
No, we Gucci. I was just getting
Okay.
my phone.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. Didn't want to interrupt anybody. Y'all are in Claire's Boutique taking a rest. And I think this is where we're going to wrap up for tonight.
No!
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
because what's coming is coming.
But I wanted to see the vision. I'm getting finger waggled.
In all honesty, I'm out of spoons. I've hit my wall, and this is a good stopping point. So let's remind people who we are, where they can find us, and let's get out of here.
Greetings, gamers. I'm Wrathman. I've been the voice of Sarek the Blade, the silent, quiet 6'9" Dragonborn who is currently beat up and taking a nap. So I can find at BLK Dragon 13,000 at Dice Stack Camp at Mastodon.
Hey everybody, I'm Ren Matley, the voices of Nan and Esmina. You can find me over on Twitter at Ren_Matley.
Hi, gamers. I'm still Lot Clark, and I have been Laz or Lazarian, and I'm currently deep in the throes of a psychic premonition to see what my future holds on a bloody battlefield. And I guess we'll find out next time what that looks like. You can find me on the social medias at Lock Unruly. That's Lock with an H.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Patrick, the voice of Garnet Grell, and you can find me on Twitter at Peculiar Patrick.
Hi, yes, this is Ames. I was the voice of Rika, and I didn't know most die in combat for once. And you can find me over on Twitter at LollyGFIFO.
And I'm Tira the DM, the world's okayest DM, and you can find me on Twitter at Tira_the_DM. A reminder, we are not streaming tomorrow night. We're taking a break. We'll be back next week. Sans Raph the Mad, because they have to work.
Boo.
Ooh, his work badge.
Just remember, folks, love and inclusion are the torches that light a path to a better tomorrow. Come join us and be torch bearers. And until next time, live a life to make yourself proud. We love you guys.